Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at Locke Fleet Airship in Thomas format. So this deck is trying to utilize two of the new cards that came out recently. One is Phoenix Fleet Airship that came out in Avatar set, and the other is the Locke Treasure Hunter, which just came out yesterday as part of the Final Fantasy Commander. So these two cards have some synergy, but Locke by itself is actually really good on its own. It's a 3-mana 2/3 that can't be blocked by creatures with greater power, which means if opponent has something like, Baragoyf on the other side, it's not going to be able to block this. And even if they have a bunch of Hydroponics Architect, it's fine because the ability triggers even if it doesn't hit your opponent, it just needs to attack once. So it says whenever this card attacks, each player mills a card. If a land card was milled this way, you create a treasure token. Until the end of the turn, you may cast a spell from among those cards. So the effect is actually really powerful because let's say you milled a land and opponent mills a swords, you can still use it because you generated a treasure token. Or let's say you milled a creature and opponent gives you a reanimate, you can also reanimate the card that you just milled, which is pretty insane. But let's say if you pair this card up with another card called Phoenix Fleet Airship, the airship says if you sacrifice a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of this vehicle. So as you'd expect, if you attack with a lock, generate a treasure token, and you can keep sacrificing the treasure token to keep duplicating the Phoenix Fleet Airship until you have 8 or more permanents named the Phoenix Fleet Airship, and then all the Phoenix Fleet Airship becomes a creature, which is what we're trying to accomplish here. Now, outside of just Locke, we do also have a lot of ways to actually proc this Phoenix Fleet Airship, and that is through fetch lands. We have a lot of fetch lands and we have a lot of strip mines that we can sacrifice, and we can get those back with Red and 6 and Worry Zone Guard, which are the cards that synergize very well with this card. And then last but not least, we have 2 copies of Crop Rotation, which also synergize with the Phoenix Fleet Airship, where you can Crop Rotation for a copy of an Ancient Tomb, and then you can play this card, letting you duplicate. So that's another route that you can take that can make this card a little bit better as well. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to try this deck out. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas BO3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's have a look. Alright, no turn to play, but we have a Thoughtseize, which is great, and we can always top deck like Ren and 6 or stuff like that. Entomb and Treasure Cruise, they have a strip mine, so I can't really deal with the Tameo right now with my hand. Ren and 6, that's really good. So right now the problem is opponent has an Entomb. Opponent does have an Entomb here. And that's not good. We also have like 0 interactions other than our strip mine here. Oh, did they just get it? Oh no. That's unfortunate. All right. That's unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna need all the Graveyard Hates. All the Graveyard Hates. I'm gonna cut some like clunky cards here. Something like that. Should be a lot better. I want to start with the Deathray Shaman. I don't know. Double endurance. I need to see a different land other than Ren and 6 here. Oh, did I say Ren and 6? I meant Strip Mine. Alright, so this is really, really good. We get to resolve a Ren and 6. Get back a land, and we have double endurance. There's that Entomb. Okay, Reanimate gone. Hydroponics. I think I just keep strip mining opponent, right? Do I want to crop rotation strip mine again? No, right? Because then I can't flash in endurance. I mean, this is definitely not over yet because they do have a creature down, and we actually don't have much right now. Just a bunch of lands, right? Grief, huh? Okay, short. Maybe we need a Bajuka Bog. Yeah, what if this deck actually needs a Bajuka Bog? Maybe that's the missing piece here. It's a lot of lands. That is a lot of lands. Yeah, honestly speaking, Bajuka Bog actually might be the missing piece. Right? Instead of another copy of a Jarsoul, maybe? Maybe that's actually what we need to do. Oh, they're gonna draw a lot. Opponent's about to draw a ton of cards here. I mean, maybe I just strip mine opponent here. Okay, so... I mean... I don't even have anything other than crop rotation that I've drawn, so... I guess I'm just going to do this. I mean, I guess that's a creature. That's another card that I can play. Okay, so... Am I playing Locke or Endurance? I think I might actually still want to play Endurance here. Okay, we finally got a Fatal Push. Okay, opponent has a land. Into Polluted Delta. Into a Watery Grave. Into a Tameo.
Oh! How am I supposed to focus on only one project?
Okay, I'm trying to be like as careful as possible, right? Because opponent could have, you know, Dark Ritual into, you know, things like that. So that's why I'm trying to do it like this. Now that I have a Deathray Shaman, I can play Locke here. Since I can go Endurance, get rid of a Deathray Shaman. Okay, I'm gonna attack. Didn't get a treasure. A little bit sad. Brainstorm. Okay, to be fair, the reason why this game actually took so long was because my top 15 were 9 lands, you know? What am I supposed to do there? Okay, let's try that again. So opponent does play Force of Negation. I can always just play things on opponent's turn. So I don't feel like I need to bring another copy of an Abrupt Decay. And maybe this is okay already. Okay, fantastic hand. We have an Endurance. We have a Deathray Shaman. It's exactly what we needed. They kept it on top. I hope we have another turn before, you know, things happen here. I hope it's not Grief into Entomb Reanimate. Otherwise, that would be, like, a tragic. Especially when I already have a Deathray Shaman down at the same time, too. Yeah, this isn't looking good because they decided to get rid of an Endurance here. It smells a lot like Reanimate coming out, potentially. Interesting. Oh, they got rid of Aatroxa. Okay. Okay. So a couple things I can do. I can play Orcish Master, leave up Orcish Master, or play Renin 6. Renin 6 means that if they have a Force of Negation, I can force out 2 cards here. Which might be actually worth it. Maybe I should have cracked that. So, I think opponent has it, right? Does seem like they have it. So I can go Orcish Bowmaster minus on this thing. And then leave up a Crop Rotation. I wish I had a Bazooka Bog. Like, I'm so sad, actually. I wish I had a Bazooka Bog! I wish I had a Bazooka Bog! I'm so sad. Into a surgical. I need a Shaldr's Edict right now. So this last card is a Force of Negation opponent has. So this one card is a Force of Negation. I don't know what the other card is. Locke is good. That's really good. That's the card that I'm looking for. Oh man. The deck is definitely okay. Bajuka Bog coming in. Okay, that's a mulligan. No, Bajuka Bog, how could you? You are betraying me right now. You're not supposed to come out until I tell you to. I need this, right? Yeah, we have a crop rotation. We have a crop rotation here. Seems like it's a show and tell, right? Seems like it's a show and tell. But a one ring. But a one ring. It's not a show and tell? They're playing one ring, so I'm not really sure. Okay, let's just hope that they don't have a force negation. A fountain port. Okay, I'm still not quite sure what my opponent's playing, but if opponent's playing fountain port, would this be potentially like Simic or Banned Reclamation? Maybe. I don't actually know. Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I'm definitely putting in Disruptor Flute since I see the one ring there. Everything else is kind of hazy, honestly. I'm not really sure what opponent's playing, so maybe I do -2 Lightning Bolt and that's it. I'm not really sure. Yeah, well, we'll see what opponent's playing here, for sure. I just made a mistake. I need to grab a black-green. Pour over the pages. Yeah, I needed to play a black-green there. Darn. It's looking a little bit bad right now, for sure, for sure. Because of my misplays. Because of my misplays. Yeah, I guess I'll play this. This entire game was a complete disaster, by the way. Like, so many things went wrong this game. So many things.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on
Like the Wary Zone Guard should have came out on turn 2, things like that. And we've drawn nothing but lands too this game, so just like everything that could go wrong kind of went wrong here. We just have million lands. Oh, this is bad. So it doesn't seem like Lightning Bolt is bad. Same with the Fatal Push.
In the right hands, knowledge, use your words.
Okay, we got Strip Mine, which is not bad.
Aggression is
They're going to be drawing a lot of cards, though. And they do have a Lotus Field up, so it's still not in my favor, especially with my current hand that is. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Okay. The hidden strings can untap the One Ring. I didn't know that. I thought it was just lands. Imagine if I had Orcish Bowmaster, by the way. That would have been sick. Right. I think they got it. Alright. I mean, turns out we need to play some cards. Turns out we actually do need to play some cards here. So Disruptor Flute on the One Ring seems pretty important, right? I feel like I think this should be fine, honestly. I think we just have to go a little bit faster. Also, ever since I put a Bojuka Bog into my deck, I've always been drawing Bojuka Bog non-stop. What's up with that? So I do have a black, but I need to grab a black right now. They have a Stifle. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to stop this concite to memory no matter what. Okay, we have a Locke. We have a Locke. Treasure Hunter. Huh. So they did get a Lotus Field here, which is pretty good. So they do have some mana. See what we get. Deathray Shaman. Play double Strip Mine. I think I just leave up Orcish Bowmaster here. Thespian stage, pretty good. Worry Zone Guard. Leave up a Lightning Bolt. I'll play the Worry Zone Guard using the treasure, so I can use the Deathray Shaman trigger. I think I'm pretty safe from the combo because of the Orcish Bowmaster. I mean, I guess I win. Alright, turns out mulliganing to 4 loses you the game. Okay, I think this hand is pretty good. It's a bit sad. Maybe 4 copies of Phoenix Fleet is a little bit much. I'm gonna go with the Deathray Shaman first, even though it's tempting, definitely, to play Thoughtseize on turn 1. But I have a Worry Zone Guard into Thoughtseize next turn, so I thought maybe that would be a little bit better. Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox. Reflection of Kikijiki. Into a Ragavan. Into a Strip Mine. Alright, I think this is mono red, probably. Into Fury as well. Okay, well, there goes all my cards. You know. Blood Moon. I don't want to fight up against One Ring, but can I beat a Blood Moon? Fetch a green? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I can beat that. The Blood Moon, that is. Alright, looks like opponent's stuck on lands now. Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor. Abrupt Decay can get rid of Blood Moon as well as Chalice. Very important, probably. The Fatal Push can actually get rid of everything except the Fury. Fury can be answered with the 2 copies of Lightning Bolt, though. And we can always just chump block the Fury with the Orcish Bowmaster. That's also a thing. Let's cut 2 Phoenix Fleet. It does seem like this deck, Phoenix Fleet might be a little bit too much. I am loving the Locke, though. Every time this card came out, we've drawn a lot of cards with it. Alright, I think I'm actually gonna cut a copy of a Renin 6, maybe. Or Jarsoul or Renin 6. Maybe Jarsoul. Like I said, as soon as I put a Bojuka Bog in my deck, it's just been non-stop showing up in my opening hand. It's just 1 copy. All it took was 1 copy. Insane. Absolutely insane. So I'm looking for a land right now. There's that Blood Moon. Currently I have a hard time casting the Renin 6. So I think I'm going to get rid of a Renin 6 here. Null Thoughtseize here. A Fury, so... Okay, I'll take away Broadside Bombardier. And the opponent's probably going to strip mine me now, which is not good. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I have a Force of Vigor, but that's it. Like, I have 1 copy of Force of Vigor. And I have a copy of a Black Source. Let's just go to next game. Okay, we need some Deathray Shamans, right? We need some Deathray Shaman starts, and we need to stop drawing Bojuka Bog at the start. Alright, we have a Deathray Shaman this time. We have a Deathray Shaman this time. A Disruptor Flute. Into a Deathray Shaman. Okay, well... That's a little bit annoying, isn't it? take a look at their hand. Broadside, broadside, surgical. Broadside, broadside, surgical. It does seem like I do have to get rid of that ancient tomb. My hand is so bad, by the way. My hand is so bad. We might actually lose this one. It's gonna be who gets to draw more lands. We'll see. That Disruptor Flute was actually kind of amazing. Right? One time I have Deathray Shaman, I don't get to use it. Feels really bad. Yeah, one time I have Deathray Shaman, I don't get to use it. Ooh, lucky. As for me, unlucky. Probably lost this one. I haven't been able to draw lands here. An opponent has lands, so... Alright, GG's. Okay, no interactions, but we have curve. We do have a curve here. And the Phoenix Fleet airship, it might be the first time when the Phoenix Fleet airship might do something. Especially if I get like a crop rotation, or I guess in case if I get Ancient Tomb, I want to play the Verdant Catacomb. Urborg into Deathray Shaman. Urborg into Deathray Shaman here. Okay, that Jarso comes out with nothing to grab. Into a Voidwalker. Should I try attacking here? With the Jarso? Not going to trade with the Voidwalker. Okay. Oh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. A 0-1 Baragoyf. Imagine if they traded, by the way. Mistakes were made. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Into an Abrupt Decay as well. Huh. I don't mind an Abrupt Decay. I also kind of mind the fact that I'm taking a bit of damage here. I do have to crack this right now. Then we have 8 damage next turn in the air. Opponent's dead, right? I guess let's try this first. What if I just go Abrupt Decay on this thing and then Lightning Bolt this? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, they're dead. Alright, we want more Abrupt Decays in this matchup. We also want Sheldrak's Edict. We also kind of want Endurance as well. Same with the Unlicensed Hearse. Actually, Disruptor Flute is also really good. Oh my god. Okay, so Renin 6. We'll take out one copy of Renin 6. The Phoenix Fleet was decent. Crop rotation could be nice. Maybe just one Disruptor Flute. Also not sure about the Endurance. Maybe I'll cut like a copy of a Worry's Own Guard for 2 copies of Endurance. I need to cut 4 cars, man. Wait, opponent's playing Dothy Voidwalker. This is a mono black. So maybe I don't bring Disruptor Flute? I'm gonna cut crop rotation. I'll go down on a copy of a Locke. Alright, decent hand. Even if a troll comes down, we have a Sheldrak's Edict, so that's really good. Okay, either opponent's looking for a land or they have a reanimate. Let's see. If I want to Fatal Push this, then I kind of lose my land. And that is my only black source. Wow, this sucks. Yeah, this really sucks. Into a strip mine of my own. Looks like we're gonna have a strip mine war. Ancient Tomb. Okay, we need a black source really bad. Very, very bad. Wait, we have a Ren at 6. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, did I have Ren at 6 last turn? I completely forgot about this card. I think I just played this tapped, right? Alright, so we showcased Jund deck today. An incredibly fair deck, I must say. And it was okay. So we went 4-1. We lost to Mono Red. But let's talk about the deck, because I think the deck was kind of sweet and at the same time, very fair. I think the only card in the deck is actually that's unfair, in my opinion, is the Phoenix Fleet Airship. However, trying to get to Phoenix Fleet Airship is kind of difficult. Considering that this is a 4-mana card, it relies heavily on the Deathbright Shaman ramp, and we only play 2 copies of crop rotation, so, you know, crop rotation into Ancient Tomb. Kind of think of this deck as having 3 copies of Ancient Tomb because of the crop rotation, but I'm not playing that many crop rotation because a Jund decks don't really want to go down on cards, right? Like, they don't want to get into, like, card disadvantage position. And in the middle of the game, I actually added a copy of Bajukabog. Currently, we are working with the 24 lands here. Bajukabog don't really count as a land, but it can be a land, so it's flexible. As for like the rest of the deck, Ren and 6 pulled a lot of weight, and Jarsoul really didn't do much today. But Locke, I think the Locke actually did quite a bit here today. So this is kind of like Ragavan in a sense, but you don't actually have to hit your opponent. All you need to do is just attack with it, just constantly generate value, which is really sick. So in our deck, we have a bunch of like Thoughtseizes to get rid of removal spells, and then once you do like a lot of 1-for-1 exchange with your opponent, that's when like Locke becomes insane. And it does have synergy with the Phoenix Fleet Airship because it creates a treasure token, but like I said, although the Locke was really good and it has some synergy with the Phoenix Fleet Airship, the Phoenix Fleet Airship, on the other hand, was very difficult to get it out, considering that this was a 4-mana card. Perhaps in the deck with like Dark Ritual, this card would fit a little bit better. Again, Jund doesn't really want like card disadvantage, and being a 3-color deck, when you have Dark Ritual, you might actually not have cards in your hand that you can kind of fully utilize, because like you have things like Ren and 6. Like what if you have things like Ren and 6 where Zongar, Jarsoul, Lightning Bolt, and then you have like Dark Ritual, right? So that's kind of thing about the Dark Ritual and Jund deck, which I don't like. But the one time the Phoenix Fleet Airship actually landed, it did close out the game very, very fast, because the turn you play it, you're gonna make an 8/8, divide it into 2, and it does perfectly synergize with the Orcish Bowmaster, being able to clue with 1, and then the Orc Army token. So this does like insane damage very, very quick. It's just that getting to that 4 mana is very difficult, and it probably needs to be a Dark Ritual deck. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.